My name is Ann Coburn, and I'm running for school committee. I am asking for your #1 vote this election season. I'm a producer, writer, and media maker who often focuses on intellectual property and social justice issues, although right now I'm the Chief Operating Officer for an open-source medical research device company. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but lived in New York City between 2003 to 2019. My family and I moved from New York City to East Cambridge in September 2019 for my husband's work. Soon after, my daughter had received an IEP for dyslexia from New York City. That summer was one of the scariest moments of my life. We had been facing up to $70,000 for a private school focused on dyslexia and suing the New York City Department of Education to hopefully recoup costs. I'm a documentary producer, and my husband works in government. We couldn't afford that, and we didn't really know what to do. So we moved to Cambridge. We enrolled her at Kennedy Longfellow, and we were immediately struck by how lucky we had been to land in East Cambridge. The teachers at KLO had already read her IEP before we got there. There was an Orton-Gillingham certified special educator. Our daughter was in the right place to help her learn, and then the pandemic hit. Once again, we knew that we had landed somewhere really special. We watched the hours-long school committee meeting during the summer of 2020 as the school committee members debated how to proceed with the kids' education. That September, our daughter went to first grade at KLO in person. In December 2024, the school committee voted to close that school. I am running for school committee because I've seen this district's educational leaders at their best and at their worst. I know that who is elected to that body deeply impacts how the kids of this district experience their most formative years. The character and the effectiveness of those leaders matter, both in the everyday did you check all the boxes moments and in the crisis moments. Right now, we are in a transformative national time. Cambridge is a sanctuary city whose commercial tax base is biotech and universities. It's very likely that the city's budget will shrink in response to the federal government's choices to cut NIH and NSF funding, vaccine research restrictions, the approach to immigration and international students, and their attempt to restrict Department of Transportation funds if the city doesn't bow to their demands regarding immigration. But in some ways, a potentially shrinking budget might be an opportunity to focus on the essentials. Together, we could re-envision how all students in CPSD have the ability to access what's great about our district. Ensuring that the most people have the greatest access means that we must design so that our high-needs students on IEPs from a low-income background, and English language learners face the lowest barriers to the highest quality education. And that pays dividends for everybody else who doesn't fit in those categories too. So we have to do it with the community at large. But right now, we don't have good mechanisms in place to solicit and act on public feedback. Issues like our enrollment policies, how building renovations intersect with existing and upcoming programming, transportation policy, and ensuring a more accountable school committee will require that kind of informational exchange. Our community must create that expectation and practice so that all voices in our city can be heard. I am asking for your vote so that I can have the opportunity to act with integrity and honesty to rebuild the trust between the school committee and that public. Thank you very much.